Hi everybody, you are very welcome to the Leaving Cert Economics exam revision predictions for 2025. My name is Tony Bennett and I'll be taking you through the economics for this year. So we'll jump straight into the layout of the paper. Section A is the same, the paper's been the same as in the last couple of years with exceptions. So Section A, you're going to answer 8 out of 10 short questions. Okay, within that, you've got an internal choice within 3 questions. So that means you'll answer part A and then B or C in 3 questions. And my advice there would be answer all 10 if you have the time, and answer your B's and C's if you marked for your best ones. And section B then is your long answer questions, and you're answering 4 out of 6 there. Okay, so that means your total marks for the paper is 300 added to your 100 from the research project. All right, we'll bring that up to 400 marks altogether. So in section B, I believe in it, stick with your 4 questions. Only do a 5th question if you're not sure if your 4th or 5th is good enough. Okay. Timing wise, then, if you break it down, 2.5 hours is 150 minutes. So what I'm proposing is spend that 5 minutes at the start of the paper, just settling yourself down, reading your questions, picking your best questions, picking all parts, picking the question that you know all parts of, or the best question that you can do. Don't rush into just doing the first part of the question because you know it, and then maybe you're not able to do part C, for example. So timing wise, then that gives you about 32 minutes for your short questions. That's roughly 4 minutes per question if you're doing 8. Um, you're getting then 27 minutes for the long question in section B, and that's giving you 5 minutes at the end then to recap. So what I would suggest is do your best 8 questions at the start, move on from your short questions to your section B, and then see you should get your long questions done in less than 27 minutes, I reckon. And then you will have an extra 5 minutes there to do maybe your any other questions that you want to do from the short questions, or just read over the paper and make sure you're happy with it. Okay, so sticking to that time is important, right? And if you don't finish that question, leave it and move on to the next question. I would always say that, for especially for your section B questions. Okay, and that's where building in that 5 minutes at the end, you have the time to come back then if you need to. So just some general tips, and as I mentioned there, highlight the important keywords. So read the paper carefully, choose the question based on all parts. That's really, really important. So make sure you can do all the parts A, B, and C. Don't just rush through it because you can do part A. Label all the parts of the questions attempted in the extra space. So this is if you've too much writing for the boxes that are provided on the exam paper. There is an extra space left at the end. So I would suggest making sure that you label all the parts. So if you're doing question 16, part C, part 2, make sure you label that in the extra space so the examiner knows exactly what question to link it to. And bring a watch with you. Obviously, you're not allowed your mobile phones into the exam hall. So digital watch, keep an eye on your time. Okay. So that's your general exam tips. If we just jump into kind of what patterns we've seen in economics, then that's relatively new. We're only looking at 4 or 5 years where we have some sort of patterns to look at. But what I've seen so far is your equilibrium, your demand supply equilibrium graphs come up every year in some shape or form. Okay, whether that's a shifting demand or shifting supply curve, or whether it's your market equilibrium put together. Fixed supply curve seems to be quite common recently with a demand curve. So you really need to make sure you're able to show market equilibrium, shifting demand curve, shifting supply curves, excess demand we've seen come up quite a lot, and excess supply and consumer surplus. So if you can do all of those diagrams, all those graphs, and be able to explain them, you're going to be in with a good shout. And like they are going to come up, they have every single year, as have the market structures. Okay. So again, I would focus on oligopoly and imperfect this year. I think they have the most chance of coming up. So make sure you're able to look at the characteristics of each of those, your short run and long run diagrams, be able to explain for oligopoly like the kink demand curve, etc. Right, like you could be looking at 50 marks there for that question. You could be looking at 50 or 60 marks for your demand supply graphs. Right, that could be over 100 marks, which is a third of the paper. So if you can nail those two areas, you could be hitting 25-30% comfortably. Fiscal policy and government intervention comes up every year. What's topical. So keep an eye on those. So things like anything the government's introduced this year, you're looking at like regulations, we're looking at minimum wage, the living wage, etc. Cost of production, very common. Your economies of scale, diseconomies of scale, your different diagrams and the cost of production, your fixed cost, variable cost, marginal cost, average cost. Make sure you're able to draw all those, explain the relationships between them. Elasticity, again, also common calculation question. Price elasticity demand, income elasticity demand. You have the formulas, just make sure you're able to use them, make sure you're able to explain what's elastic, what's inelastic, and unitary elastic, and then what should the firm do to maximize revenue. National income, again, comes up quite a lot. Different types of questions, so Keynes equations, the multiplier, things like that, the circular flow of income. Again, very common, big area, and quite topical at the minute, so definitely something to look at. And international trade, obviously, our other majorly topical question at the minute. I'd be looking at comparative advantage and things with that. Okay. And specific things then, market concentration, which has come up pretty much every year, the HHI, the Herfindahl-Hirschman Index. The four firm concentration ratio hasn't come up yet. So that's something to just be aware of. It's bound to come up at some stage. Make sure you can do it. It hasn't come up in the past papers yet, so they probably will throw it in at some stage. So I always cover that with my guys. And same with Kuznets curve. Again, with sustainability, very, very common on the papers, and economic development, human development index. Market failure has pretty much come up every year in terms of externalities and demerit goods. Things like, vaping has come up, gambling has come up, cigarettes, alcohol. Make sure you're able to explain how market failure occurs and what the government can do to combat it. As I've mentioned, kind of law comparative advantage, be able to show how the world is better off from specialization, be able to talk about the terms of trade with bulk goods, be able to calculate your balance of trade and balance of payments. And something that came up last year, but I don't think was answered particularly well, was the real interest rates, how to find that. So the nominal rate minus inflation equals your real interest rate. All right, so that's something I think could come up again. And then just some other topical questions. You're looking again at, like, it's impossible to predict every single question that's going to come up, but you'd have to be looking at these areas as ways that they're going to ask some questions. So, like, the continued effects of inflation, the recent falls in the ECB interest rates, all right, compared to the increase over the last, from kind of 2021, 22 onwards. They've started to fall recently, predicted to fall again before June. So it's topical always. Stimulate demand, government budget surplus, what can they do with it? What's the uses of it? Implications of EU membership, again, topical enough, especially with tariffs and things like that. They could link all these questions in together. You could look at the positives of EU membership and also maybe the negatives of EU membership or disadvantages of it. Sustainability, climate change, energy crisis, every year you kind of have to look at that. It's always topical. What can government do to improve it? We're not hitting our Paris Agreement. What can we do to do that? International trade, as I said, like, it's been obviously the buzzword of the last couple of months, and the paper was probably made before the tariffs fiasco has been introduced, but like, it's been flagged for a while, so you would be expecting something along the lines of your trade barriers or tariffs to come up, not last year, the year before. So if you have a look at that question, maybe something could come up similar to it. And just Ireland's competitiveness in general. The rise in contactless payments, so cashless society, again, something similar last year came up in terms of why we're using the likes of Revolut, but they might go somewhere into like a cashless society, what are the benefits, etc. The free school books has been extended. Again, there's not the opportunity cost there, what could be asked. Balanced regional development, always topical, how to combat what's going on with Dublin, the housing crisis, decrease in corporation tax, MNCs leaving, etc. All very, very topical. Has come up quite a lot over the last few years, but it's not going away, so be prepared for it. And then, like, your increase in the minimum wage or the living wage, etc. That comes up a bit as well. Okay, so there'll be areas I would be looking for this year. And again, I'm going to have a quick look, but just to flag this with you, there's 10% off full packages if you use the 2025 tips. So complete revision package is here. Loads of videos for every subject. What you get is you get videos, as I said, for each topic, PowerPoints, H1 or distinction notes. You've mock paper questions and quizzes, all with the marking scheme. So really, really useful, and I'll show you through it in a second. That's your junior cycle subjects, all fully completed, ready to go. And there's your leaving cert subjects. Again, nearly every subject is catered for there, 21 in total. So again, all have marking schemes and exam questions, quizzes, videos, PowerPoints. Okay. So there's some of our student reviews, as you can see. I think the biggest one seems to be the video tutorials, because you can go at your own pace. If there's something maybe you didn't understand in class, you can walk your way through it yourself, pause the video as you want. Say, for example, if you're looking at maybe oligopoly diagrams for economics with me, like I'll be drawing that up and I'll be going through it step by step. You can pause it to see exactly where the MC cuts the AC, for example. Okay. And if I just briefly run through that for you. Sorry. So this is your, if I go through economics here. So what you can see is you've got a progress tracker. So it tells you exactly what you've done, where you want to go, what are past papers, how many videos you've watched, etc. So it's just my account, obviously, that I upload stuff with. Each one then has your different strands. Got a little exam advice and tips where this video will be going as well if you want to rewatch it. The different strands then 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So if I just click into, for example, international trade. Okay, so again, I have 2 videos there for international trade that you can watch in your own time, going through maybe law of comparative advantage if you're not sure of it, something like that. Some presentations, so the PowerPoint is there based on those as well. Then there's notes, if you prefer notes, that's there. Quizzes, okay, if I just click into maybe one of the quizzes for you. There's MCQ quizzes. All right, it's just a quick way of you reflecting on your knowledge, basically, and testing yourself. And then exam questions, list of questions done through higher and ordinary level. Okay, all the past paper questions, what year they're from, with the marking scheme. Okay, so you can check the answer. So it's all there for you. Okay, so again, that is available in your with that code. Okay, 2025 tips. All right, so that is it from me. So listen, best luck in the exam. Hope it all goes well. And best luck in you. Thanks for listening.